All right, so you wanted me to help you make that logo. So here's what we're gonna do. Assuming that you already have your Photoshop opened up, go ahead, click on Create New. 1920 by 1080. Don't worry about any of this because you can change the name and stuff later on. Click Create. Go over to where you have your logo already selected, of course. Bring it down here. Make sure you check it out to make sure you can place it. Let's get rid of. Actually, I'm gonna leave timeline up, but this is where you go to, get your timeline going. Go over to your layers. Get rid of your white background because you're not gonna need it. So you have your alpha channel right here. And then once you're done with all that, go to 3D, new 3D extrusion from selected layer. It'll bring all this up right here. This is how your logo looks before you mess around with it. Make sure you reduce your extrusion depth down to where you think it's suitable for you. And then also make sure you check off patch and cast shadows, reposition your logo on the lines like so. And once you do all that, then you can come on over here, go to window, click on timeline, and this will pop up. And go to create video timeline. Click that down. You get all this, and then click down 3D mesh. You can see it, of course. And then like here, click it so you can get your check mark, your starting point right here. Scroll your timeline bar all the way to the 2-frame mark. And then by holding shift and left clicking, rotate your logo like so. And then if you come back down here, you can see that it's actually rotating like so. But you're not done yet. You're gonna want to take your time bar, put it all the way on the 4-frame mark, right there, do the exact same thing, basically. All right, and then if it works, you should get this. All right, but you're not done yet. Make sure you edit this time bar of yours. Bring it down in here to the 4-second mark. So it's only 4 seconds. And then once you're done, you're gonna wanna go to this. Go to export, render video. Gotta take a second. And then while this is doing this, of course, keep in mind that depending on computers, your computer build, it might take a second or two. Might not. It won't take that long though. But once it's done, you're gonna get this right here. Okay, so you can change the name if you want to. Change it to whatever. I'm changing this time test logo. Make sure your settings is set on this right here. Your format, QuickTime, preset, animation, high quality, 1920 by 1080, of course, and then alpha channel straight on matted, 3D quality, ray trace draft. Once that's done, go ahead. Don't worry about that. I'm replacing it, of course. And then I'm exporting it, of course, right now. So again, it's going to take a second. Another thing I want to tell you is while this is doing this, once you get to this part where you actually get it to where you can mess around with stuff, like the colors on the sides or in the front, whatever you choose you want to do. Just be sure to mess around with your logo and do what you wanted to do, like do what you want as far as changing the color on the sides, like so it doesn't have to be gray or whatever. You can like do like what my color scheme here is, and change the sides to blue if you wanted to, you know. So yeah, gonna let this rock because of course, exporting all this, it's gonna take a second. So I mean, God, um, yeah, so yeah, like I said, once you get into putting your logo down, get that white background out the way, 3D, of course, new extrusion from select the layer, you know, and that's when the real fun begins for you. All right, so we're gonna wait a second. This is done, and then we'll go ahead and get to the next bit of this video. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Jesus Christ. Ali, takes forever. I'll tell you, I'll give you the timestamps so you can skip past this, of course. Don't worry about it. I got you. All right, so it's done. All right, so you're not done yet. What you want to do is after it's done exporting, go ahead, go back to export, and then save for web legacy. All right, so it's going to load up here. Once it loads up, I'll tell you what to do next. All right, so your logo is going to be off to the right here. So just click, drag, bring it over in plain sight, and then make sure you got looping option set to forever. So when you play it, it'll loop basically. It'll keep doing this. Make sure your settings over here is set to GIF. If you want to change the colors on this, you can. It's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. And then once you're done, go ahead, click save. And then, of course, change it to test logo, of course. It'll save. All right. And then pretty much make sure you go to where you saved it at. And then there you go. There's your test logo right there. 3D spinning and all that jazz. All right, so hope this helps you out. And if you know anybody else that needs the help and want to know how to do this stuff, share it with them, and then save some people some time from going to YouTube and having to uh, you know mess around on there like I had to. All right, but yeah, hope this helped, my boy.